Midway upon the journey of our life, I found myself within a forest dark, for the straightforward pathway had been lost. Every shadow seemed to stretch like a claw, and the air itself felt heavy with the weight of my own sins. In my despair, a figure appeared, hoarse from long silence. He was no man, but the shade of the great poet Virgil. He spoke with the voice of the ancients, promising to lead me through the dolorous realms. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here. The words were carved in fire upon the living rock. My master took my hand, drawing me into the darkness where the sighs of the lost first met my ears. We reached the edge of a murky, boiling swamp, the river Styx. As our boat cut through the oily water, the souls of the wrathful bubbled to the surface in a never-ending cycle of silent rage. The hurricane of hell bellows like a sea in a tempest. Here, the carnal souls are swept in a purple-tinted storm, driven hither and thither with no hope of repose or lesser pain. The walls of Dis loomed, iron gates glowing red with eternal fire. The mosques of the city rose like burning monuments until the white light of a divine messenger descended to force the doors open. A heavy, putrid rain falls here, a foul slush that never ends. Cerberus, the three-headed hound, stands guard, his barks echoing through the stench as souls lay half-buried in the mud. At the very bottom of the universe, we found a lake of ice. Cocytus. The cold was absolute, a silence that felt like death. I shivered violently, my breath frosting in the air as we walked across the blue glass. And there stood the giant Lucifer, his 6 wings beating like sails, creating the blizzard that froze the world. I hid behind my master, trembling at the sight of the emperor of the kingdom, Dolorous. We emerged to see the stars once more. The dawn was a soft sapphire, making the Orient laugh. I washed the grime of hell from my face with morning dew, standing on the soft sands where the soul begins its climb. O empty glory of human power! I saw the proud, once great on earth, now bent double under the weight of massive stone slabs. They crawled in penance, their faces to the stone, carving their way toward humility. On the second terrace, the air was the color of stone. I saw souls sitting against the jagged cliff, their eyes sewn shut with iron wire. They could see nothing but the darkness of their own hearts. A smoke more acrid and black than any we saw in hell filled this terrace. I held tight to Virgil's cloak, navigating by faith alone through the gloom of our own past anger. In the deep of night, those who were slow to love in life now ran with an intense, holy fervor. They blurred past us like silver ghosts under the moonbeams, their voices crying out with zeal. I saw a sea of prostrate bodies, souls lying face down on the hard ground, bound hand and foot. They wept as they recited psalms of humility, the mountain shaking as their spirits were purified. The souls here were emaciated, their eyes sunken. They reached for the fruit of a lush tree that was always out of reach, while a clear stream flowed nearby, taunting their eternal hunger. One final barrier remained, a roaring wall of orange flame. Virgil encouraged me, whispering the name of Beatrice. I closed my eyes and stepped into the fire, the final heat of my purification. Virgil was gone, my father, my guide. I wept until the petals fell like snow. Then she appeared, Beatrice, radiant like a living flame, her emerald eyes calling me to finally leave my tears behind and ascend. We soared into a pearly, translucent cloud. The surface of the moon was like a smooth, glowing diamond. Beatrice pointed toward the horizon as the faint souls of those who broke their vows drifted by. 1,000 splendors saw I drawing near us, glowing with the joy of divine light. Shimmering souls zipped past like golden fish in a clear pond, their light reflecting the active glory of the heavens. The warm radiance of divine love enveloped us. We held hands, gazing at the amber and rose-tinted light as souls moved in a rhythmic, circular dance that mirrored the heartbeat of the universe. We rose into the sun itself. I was surrounded by the wise 12 brilliant lights dancing in a circle of truth. The light was blinding, yet I felt a peace that transcended all human understanding. A massive, glowing ruby cross spanned the cosmic sky. Warrior souls moved like sparks along its rays, their movement creating a divine melody that echoed across the stars. Before my eyes, countless golden souls flew together in the void. With divine precision, they wove themselves into the shape of a colossal glowing eagle, a symbol of the justice that governs all things. I saw a crystalline ladder extending infinitely upward into a blinding light. Countless splendors ascended and descended in total silence, a peaceful path toward the highest mysteries. At the edge of existence, we gazed into the great cosmic vortex, the source of all motion in the universe. I realized that I was no longer a traveler, but a part of the light itself. The light became a river of gold, and from that river, the snow-white rose began to bloom. I stood at the center of this infinite flower, looking into the white flame where time and space were no more. A multitude of angels, their wings like white flame, filled the golden dome. They ascended in a never-ending river of praise, their robes reflecting the sheer scale of the divine host. My journey ended in a moment of pure sight. In the depth of the light, I saw the reflection of the entire universe contained within my own soul. I was home, rolled by the love that moves the sun and the other stars. My journey through the afterlife has ended, but the sagas of legends never truly sleep. If you wish to witness more tales of gods, heroes, and the mysteries of the ancient world, subscribe to Mythical Sagas Studio. Join our community of storytellers and never miss a step on the path to legend. More epic stories are already on the way.